history, past and present for you. Meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too. With founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Film clips, photos, memories and friends helps a dreary night go by. Wearing Hinckley, 6 of the best, stupendous quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's Cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chat room applauses. History aside. Local causes. Streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest holy candy. Dangerous Den here again. HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it HDPP.
Oh, they do well every week, so they do. Good evening, welcome to HDPP Live. Oh, you all deserve it. You all deserve it. Sunday, it's Sunday. It's the 1st of December. And don't you know it's the 1st of December? You put the radio on, it's full of Christmas music. Now, hang on a minute. Whoa. It's only the 1st of December. I mean, I at least acknowledge now that Christmas is on its way. I try to keep it backed off into December, but my word, the radio, I've been tuning up and down the stations all day today. Loads of Christmas music on. Not here, you understand. We'll have flavours of Christmas, but there's plenty of time yet. So there we go. And how are you this evening? Justified you well. Welcome to the programme. We've got loads of good stuff tonight lined up for you. Our regular features of 6 of the best. That I think is quite easy this week, if I'm totally honest with you. And we're going to look back at the winter of 1979. People forget 1979 winter. I do remember it well for a lot of reasons, actually. But that is something which we'll be looking at, as well as entertainment in Hinckley. We'll be looking at how we entertained ourselves in Hinckley. Thanks to the late Stuart Watson, we'll be showing one of his films very, very shortly. As always, into the chat room we go. And I can tell you, as you can see, Anne Hunt is here. She said, how is it the 1st of December? Exactly, I feel the same. Steve, down on the farm, all grandad, good evening to everybody. Dave B is here. Blimey, Dave, you're early tonight. You were early tonight. Must have got tied up nice and easy with your boat somewhere. Hi, Jennifer. She's here with us tonight, along with Russet and Mr. Smuggley's here. I see Mrs. Smuggley's here as well. Miss them on Wednesday night, don't we, guys? We're all talking about them. We say how the smugglers don't bother much with us nowadays. Yeah. Jan Kirby's here. Hi, Jan. Nice to know you there, along with Kevin Beasley, who was holding the table very well for the Burbage lot on Wednesday night. You did very, very well. We didn't win the scented stuff in the end, but anyway, good old Kevin. Daniel Coburn, who came all the way. See, he comes down from Ashby. he comes down from Ashby to be with us. So top marks, Daniel Coburn, for coming all the way down for our talk, which Annabelle did, all about the gunpowder plot, but really it was very interesting too. And then at the end, she announced her retirement. Well, sort of retirement, because she's got to study for A-levels, and we totally understand that, but she did very, very well. Hi, Jeff and Anna. Must be about somewhere. Yeah, see Jeff's here as well. David S. is here as well. Hi, David. Hope you're okay as well. Carol Beasley's here. Carol, I know you was a little bit poorly the other day, but she said, by hook or by crook, I'm going to be there at the Christmas party, even if I have to wear a mask. Don't worry, you'll be fine. But we did miss you, Cal. We always miss you when you're not there with us. Pat Galloway's here, wishing everybody a good cooey. Absolutely, we do. And we are appealing for where is Annabelle? We don't know. Well, I'd say she's retired as far as I'm aware. Queen Beer's with us tonight. And also, look, people are saying, where is Annabelle? Yeah, where is Annabelle? Anyway, Dangerous Den is here, so maybe Dangerous Den, he'll have to phone up or something. Oh, look, Kit Park, hello, Mrs. Poldark's made it. You missed a good night on Wednesday, Kit. Mind you, we had a few dropouts on Wednesday, to be fair, but we rallied all together. Those that was there, we can all say we rallied together, and we gave Annabelle a real good night, and she was really, really pleased with that. Now then, where we're to? Oh, yes, and Kath says, I'm going to be there on the 11th of December. Well, you better be, because we're going to be jigging about and dancing and singing and stuff. That'll be great fun, that. Jeff says, by the way, Anna is on another cruise. Another cruise. Course, some people, how they live, it must be amazing. Anyway, welcome to the programme. So, let's go through a couple of bits that you need to know. Firstly, you know about the Christmas prize draw, but I will have to whip through that very, very quickly. But first, a reminder about the Christmas bash. Yes, it's a week on Wednesday. A week on Wednesday. Come along. We've got Julie. She's coming to sing for us. It's going to be a great little do. Going to be fun as well. Wednesday, the 11th of December. So come along. And like I say, we're going to do the 12 days of Christmas. We'll have seasonal songs and a few evergreens to make the night go by. And like I say, it's free to all members. You can even bring your own nibbles along. Whatever you want to do, bring your own sandwiches. That's okay. It'll be a super night. Looking forward to that very, very soon as well. Now then, we've been appealing for our Charlotte Brown Peel's. Not going too bad. I must be honest, it's not too bad. But if you haven't made a donation and you would like to, please do. There's all the details you need, and you'll find a post, obviously, on the HDPP Facebook page. And as I say, but we are getting there. This is going to happen. Make no mistake. I am going to make this happen regardless. It's going to happen. Simple. End of story. Now, because you're tuning in tonight, because you... Oh, stop it. Oh. Get off. Will you... No, you've been on. You have been on. That was me pressing the wrong button. I do apologise. As I've said, as you're actually tuning in tonight... Don't you slow it when it's live, because you never know what's going to happen. That was me. I did press the wrong button that time. The main reason being because just before we went live, we had a technical issue here, and I had to get round the back of my computer. I won't bother you with the rest of it. But anyway, just like the olden days, okay? I was just about to say, because you're tuned in tonight, you are the first people to find out tonight. Yes, every click like. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if you like it, yes, just do it. Just like it. Because you've tuned in tonight and I haven't even posted this on the group yet, well, you are the first to know that the nominations are now invited for your good cause. So if you want to nominate a good cause to be considered for a donation in February, now is the time. You can get in before we post this on the group. Now, I stress, email only, and I must have contact details and what that good cause does, please, because otherwise it makes it very difficult. So we must have the details of what the cause does in our community, and also full contact details so we can contact them. And like I say, this will be in February when we have our grand presentation night, which is a great night anyway. But now this is the first time we put it out there. But you must email. There's the details. The email address being hinkley.dpp@gmail.com, and we can take it from there. But it must be in an email. Don't message me, because I'll forget. I will forget. I'm terrible just lately. But an email, please, with all the details as requested there. Thank you very much. Good. So get thinking about your local good causes. The kit is not too bad this year. It's not bad at all. But as I say, we're always looking for new groups to probably donate to or whatever. So anyway, get those in now, and that will be open all the way through December. You can nominate all the way through. Now it's December. You can do all the way through this month. Right. Okay. Annabelle's just arrived in the chat room, by the way. Am I on time? Never mind. Anyway, good. So that was that. Now, let's just go very quickly through the Christmas prize draw. As if you didn't already know, this is it. This is the Christmas prize draw we run every year, raising funds for, of course, local good causes. And we start off with our set of 4 books by local author Bob Bennett. Features local place names, etc. It's all very, very good. He sent these to us. Thank you very much, Mr. Bennett, for this. It's one of our first prizes. This is a super hardback book, The Birds of Southwest Leicestershire. One of our members, A.D. Baker, who's credited there on the front, put this book together. Fantastic book, well worth it. Lovely to be on your bookshelf this Christmas time. A design here called Quiet Sky. It's a crocheted blanket, and the design is by Anita Gibney, and this has been made for us by our Russet. She's a clever girl, is our Russet. And that is crochet blanket number 1. You'll find there's another one coming up shortly. If you like your radio, and like today, the airwaves have been full of Christmas songs all day today, but this is a DAB, digital FM radio, which means you can get your FM signal, and you can also get a shed load of stuff in digital audio broadcasting format, which is the way they want everyone to go these days. Super little prize there, and a nice stocking filler. Who knows? And the Flying Scotsman through Hinckley Railway Station, donated by Hinckley and Burbage Photograph. Thank you to Paul Hans for this one. Great picture of the legendary locomotive coming through our Hinckley. This is the plate collection. Now, I have to stress, this is not the same as the one we had last year. This is a totally different set with new scenes in there. Certificate of Authenticity. This is number 3 of 200, and it could be yours. And they are super pictures on there. They could be yours. Moving on, a printed canvas of Hollycroft Park. Nice winter scene there, nice and frosty. Get your taters in, there's going to be a frost. Yeah, absolutely. Great one there. Lovely canvas to go with that. And if that was making you feel cold, well, here's a lady's scarf. A real luxurious scarf, by the way. Yeah, it's really nice. It's ever so soft, yeah. Another book, this time, The Lady of North Lodge. Donated to us by Lisa Talbot. This book features local places, and indeed Ada Lovelace makes an appearance in this as well. How do you see? Well, you see it from the cover, and that the North Lodge is obviously up at Kirby Mallory. See, it's all local stuff here on HDPP. I can't get a local link into the candles other than I get on your wick, but that'll have to do for now. These scented Yankee candles. People pay a heck of a lot of money for these things nowadays, so I am told. And the Northern Lights at Hollycroft Park earlier on this year. This has been donated once again by Paul at Hinckley and Burbage Photograph. What a great couple of nights that were. Those Northern Lights were absolutely fantastic. And here's a chance to have a little bit of it all to yourself. Okay. If you like your jigsaws, here's a comedy jigsaw, the Highway Hold Up. This one is very cartoony, but I think it's 1,000 pieces. Yeah, that'll all pass away one of these dark nights or them wet, dull days. And a great picture donated by Kevin Beasley. And his dad did it, Philip Beasley, painted this picture of Stockwell Head. It's framed, and I really, really like this. I think this is fantastic. It's great to see this picture with colours, because we've seen it's obviously been painted from a photograph, which we've featured many times on HDPP. There it is. I love it. Fantastic. That could be yours. It's all ready to go on the wall. Just supply your own nail. Right, a lady's pashmania. Anyway, it's a nice scarfy looking thing for ladies, you see, that like that sort of thing. That's another one of the more luxurious line in our prizes this evening. If you remember the church peregrines earlier on in the year, well, here is one. Actually based on one of the peregrines that was seen there in by St Mary's Church, donated to us. It just needs to be popped into a frame. That is absolutely superb. And if you like your music, if you've still got a loft full of vinyl records that you haven't heard for eons and ages. This will do it for you. It is a record player. Does exactly what it says on the tin. You can also get Bluetooth on this as well, so you can sync your phone to it and play your phone through it if you like. It's a great thing, a Goodman's record player. Okay then, moving on. Here's another design by Anita Givney called The Gifts of Christmas, which our Russet has rustled together. It's really, really nice. I think anybody who gets it will be more than happy winning this as one of their prizes. A Burbage Winter's Evening Jigsaw donated by Hinckley and Burbage Photograph. Once again, Paul's been very generous this year. Super picture of the Burbage tree lit up at Christmas time with the cottages in the background. Absolutely super. If you enjoy a little snifter, there you go with a Singleton 12 years old whiskey. I don't know whether you have to sing happy birthday to it before you drink it, but anyway, there you go. And our second prize donated by MI Installations Hinckley, £50. Brilliant. Thank you so much to them. Always donate to our prize draw. And there's the top prize, £100 cash. And it'll be with you as soon as you drop the winnings, basically, £100. Now, here's all the details. We're going to draw this on the 29th of December in the live stream. It'll just be a live stream just to do the draw, okay? Because you lot will be you'll all be far too busy with all your Christmas celebrations. So we'll just do a live stream prize draw. That's all we'll do that night. Tickets are £1, and a lot of people have been sending their payments through, either through the bank there, or indeed have been letting us know that's what's been going on. And they're on sale, not only now, it's gone November, they'll be on sale at our Christmas party night, of course, and at our scanning session, which we've got before Christmas. So you can come and pay there if you like. For every £1 you put in, we'll put a ticket in, basically. So if you have five tickets, that's £5. And we'll do the draw live. So there you go. There's all the details that you need. Well done. If you've not had a go yet, well then please do try, because it's all good fun. Okay, right. Done all that hell of a lot to get through tonight, so we're going to move on. Let us move on. I thought we'd visit the winter of 1979. Can you remember what you were doing in 1979? Where you were, what you were working for, and all them sort of things? Yeah. Yeah, and I remember very much so where I was at the time, and it was blooming cold that particular winter. So here's about a little 8-minute clip of good old Blighty in 1979. Let's see what memories this brings back for you. Now, you see, back in the day, that's when we had real snow. And a lot of you that's viewing tonight will know exactly what I mean when I say real snow. Yeah. Not like this stuff. Me and Mrs. G were looking at some of the stuff that fell the other week, a little bit north of here. And we were saying, well, that's not much there. Yeah, sort of, I know. It weren't much, but you could still see the grass through it. And they say, oh, they're having trouble getting through on that. Well, get out now. What's up with them? My word, now that what we've just seen is proper snow. And like I say, in 79, yeah, you can see how it were. But the stuff we get today is nowhere near as bad as obviously what's gone before. You know, and I think we're all too quick to quickly close the schools, and the inexperience of drivers that don't know how to drive in snow and slippy conditions. Anyway, that's another thing. Nice little video that. Now listen, so I went straight off into that, and I haven't gave you 6 of the best. So without any further ado, let's do 6 of the best. And as always, don't put your answers in till the end of the programme when I ask you to. Are you ready for 6 of the best? Here we go then. Right, okay. Off we jolly well go. So, question number 1, I'm asking, what hotel was built in Hinckley in 1874? Oh, I just thought of that one the other day. I thought, well, there's a nice little question. What hotel was built in Hinckley in 1974? Think of all the hotels that have been in Hinckley over the years. So you might have to do a bit of digging. Have a think about that. See what you think. What hotel was built in Hinckley in 1874? Oh, I've already felt a smug wave. I've already smelt a smug wave. I might as well have done. I felt a smug wave come washing over me then. Something tells me Mr. Smuggley's on the case. Your general knowledge question this week. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? It was not the Avon lady. I just wanted to say that because it needed saying. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? That is question number 2. And as I always say, try to do this without Google, because Google is cheating, really. Try and do this on your own bat, okay? Right, question number 3. Find the words. This is a film. Now, this is a film. Now, don't worry, I will come back to this in a minute so you can fill in all your blanks and stuff. This is a film. It's a Christmas film. Too easy, Paul. Shut up. You're giving it away. We'll come back to that one in just a few moments' time. I want you to tell me, this is another feature we've just added now, because we've broke the Hammond organ. I was playing it a bit too hard the other night. Yeah. And its knobs fell off. So here we are with a new category called Guess the Actor. And now, once again, try and do this without Google. We want the actor that starred with Stuart Little, the concierge, or concierge, and Teen Wolf. What actor was in those? Try and do it without Google. Go on, because you get the extra smug points for that. Question number 5, true or false? Now, every sentence must contain a verb. Is that true? Or is it false? Don't know. I'll tell you what is true. It's our anagram. Now then. There it is. Ariel, French's Sentinels. Now, if you rearrange that, you're going to get a local road in the area. Yeah, trust me, you are. I've double-checked this and double-checked it again, and I'm quite right, yes. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on that one. So let's go over those one more time very, very quickly. Question 1, what hotel was built in Hinckley in 1874? Question 2, who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Find the words for this film. It's probably being screened as we speak, actually, at this very, very moment. Okay. Cool. Oh, do you want no? So, did you not get all? You didn't? I just heard somebody say, "Oh, I didn't get all the dashes." There you are. Then I'm going to take it off the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it was, gone. So, guess the actor that starred in those particular films there. True or false, every sentence must contain a verb. Is that true? Is it false? And the anagram. Let's just leave that on the screen just a moment while you can get all the letters down there. And this is a road in the local area. That's all I need to say. So see what names you can come up for some roads in the area. We're not talking about sort of a town road. Okay, it's not a town road, I will tell you that. There you, Paul, stop giving it away. Honestly, then you moan if people get six of the best and you keep helping them. Sorry. Anyway, so we're looking for looking for a local road somewhere in the vicinity, but it's not a town road. It's out of town, in the sticks. I'll say it's in the sticks. I think you can do that. Yeah, it's in the sticks. Right, there it is. So that is your six of the best for today. Okay, then. While you're working on six of the best, let's have one of our features. This one called Curtain Up, and it's a nice little short film, actually about predominantly the entertainment that was going on in town. You know, there were places that used to be open and stuff. So, and a lot of features around the Concordia Theatre as well. Made by the late Stuart Watson. It's well worth just getting this one out, giving it a dust down and watching it again. Lasts for about 18 minutes. So I'll be back after I've pressed this little button here.
Most towns similar to Hinckley have at least one distinguishing feature of which they are proud, and that makes it a town of interest, and Hinckley is no exception. Its pleasing street markets, chartered in 1322, attracting many visitors, and its strong industrial fame of the 19th and 20th centuries have now been reformed to give us the unique feature of the Concordia Theatre. The Hinckley Citizens' Home of Entertainment, which provides a continuous programme of events covering a wide range and variety of productions from light entertainment, opera, drama, pantomime and dance, and the necessary accompanying restaurant and bar facilities. Of course, there has always been the connection with drama etc. in the schools of the district, together with their own assembly halls, and additionally the local churches and chapels and community groups.
The combination of all these various societies of entertainment and cultural education have given to the town a richness of activities for the locals to either participate or be entertained. In many books and writings there are references relating to theatrical performances in the area from as early as the 1300s, mostly from travelling repertory groups to strolling music hall shows. And one of the earliest physical pieces of evidence is in the churchyard, with this tombstone which has inscribed, "Here lieth interred the body of William Burton, comedian, who departed this life May the 2nd, 1774, in the 42nd year of his age, a member of one of the travelling groups."
He no doubt performed in the new theatre, a wooden building which was situated behind these two houses in the borough, now the site of the United Reformed Church. In this same theatre, August the 27th, 1800, saw the production of Richard III, also performed by a travelling repertory company. During a full house performance in this theatre in 1804, it's reported that the gallery collapsed and some unfortunate spectators ended down in the pits. A similar structural collapse occurred again in 1835.
Many venues are reported where travelling companies performed, amongst which are sites opposite to the Sweet Pea on Coventry Road, and also the small building to the rear of this establishment was used by both professionals and amateur groups late in the 19th century and early on into the 20th century, and Michael Roberts, an acknowledged local historian, refers with some brief details.
That is correct, yes. In the early years of the 20th century, these touring companies, and one of them was called Sammy Rayner's, and that one played on the Old Orchard. It was set up, it was a travelling theatre, on the Old Orchard in front of the Fox Yard. And then there was another one, or another two, Balmore's and Thomas's and Harris's. And they played on the site on which today the new Plough Inn is situated in Leicester Road.
Amateur companies were also staging ambitious performances in 1923. An enormous cast put on Gluck's Orpheus in the Underworld on the Castle Hill grounds, which is where today is the Co-op car park in Hill Street. And in 1924 the very serious Caractacus. Percy Powell, a local schoolmaster and keen amateur musician, was the normal musical director of the day.
Prior to 1900, or around about that period, entertainment was either in the home or in a theatre or connected with the church or school. Because we didn't have television and certainly not radio either.
No, oh no.
So when were the first things in Hinckley then that came about?
As far as the cinema is concerned, it was actually on the 4th of July 1910 was the opening of what was called the Electric Picture Palace. Now this was St George's Hall in the marketplace. It was Hinckley's introduction to moving pictures on a commercial scale. 7 days later in the Hinckley Times there appeared a notice which said, in consequence of the plant not being powerful enough, the proprietors have decided on a new installation plant and will reopen at the earliest opportunity. And there was no electrical power supply in Hinckley at that time. In fact, electricity didn't come to Hinckley until 1912.
Ah.
But anyway, a few days later, on the 18th of July, the Electric Picture Palace did reopen. Now, on the 5th of April 1913, bearing in mind electricity was now in the town, Hinckley's purpose-built, and they called it initially Kinema Theatre, opened. It was said to be a magnificent, luxurious, furnished house of amusement and the last word in cinematography. It would seat 600 people. There would be an entrance to the tea room from the borough. And the first film shown there was Betrayed to the Turks, and it was on the 7th of April 1913. Now, the Kinema Theatre was renamed the Hinckley Theatre because after the first few films had been shown, the population of Hinckley didn't seem to be too keen, strangely enough, on the cinema. And it was a little time into the future before they really got a taste for the theatre, for the cinema. And so the proprietors had to change their original purpose and they brought in touring repertory companies and touring musical companies.
Oh, lovely.
And then the theatre became known to the people of Hinckley as the Borough Theatre, purely because it was in the borough. But by 1914, Hinckley people had really then got a taste for the cinema. And the proprietors of the Hinckley Theatre, now having renamed it the Hinckley Theatre and Cinema, now decided that the town could accommodate a further cinema. And they took a lease on a building in New Buildings. That road was originally called Grimm's Lane. And this building had originally been the Drill Hall. When they took the lease, they renamed it the Palladium. And this opened on the 16th of September 1920 with a very famous silent film, Lillian Gish in Broken Blossoms.
But of course, there was a lot of live performances went on as well, mixed in with the
Oh,
cinema.
there was. To a large extent, they would have been touring companies that came into the town, and many of them would be tented touring companies. For instance, one did set up occasionally on where we know the bus station is today, and that was owned by an actual lady, that one did. And then there was also another very famous one called Liverses, which was the father of the famous screen actors Roger and Jack. Probably Roger was more famous than Jack. And when they were in town, Roger and Jack, they both went to St Mary's School in Station Road.
These fascinating adverts from the Hinckley Times illustrate the regular use of the Drill Hall for many and varied amateur performances. The blood-curdling drama Freezing a Mother-in-Law was performed by this group who travelled all the way from Ashby. Not an easy journey in 1913, and the Hinckley Amateur Panto was going then. Gilbert and Sullivan, still as popular today in the 21st century, had started to register its mark in musical comedy with many local names appearing which became well known, along with 6 single reel silent films. This special engagement of McClave's, a refined comedian.
February of 1928, the Hinckley Times and Guardian, as it was then called, the local weekly paper, printed plans of a new cinema and theatre for Hinckley. This would be on the corner of Lancaster Road and Rugby Road. And the new theatre was going to be called The Regent. And this did actually open on the 11th of March 1929. With a live show on the stage called Ambrose Applejohn's Adventures. I don't know what it was about, but I wish I'd seen it because I rather like the title. But it was put on by one of the Hinckley amateur groups, and all the proceeds went to the local Hinckley Cottage Hospital, as it was then known as. But the first films to be shown there were on the Wednesday of that week, on the 14th of March, and this first film was The Student Prince, starring Norma Shearer. It was the silent version because it hadn't yet arrived, not in England.
Norma Shearer in a silent
Oh
version?
yes, she made silent films before. Most of us think of her as a sound actress, but she was appearing in
How
silent
wonderful.
films. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so during 1935, the cinema was closed, the cinema in the borough, for major alterations because they built a brand new auditorium on the Trinity Lane side. And the original theatre now became the foyer for the new theatre. In 1936, the building was sold to the Oscar Deutsch organisation and became known then as the Hinckley Odeon. They say that Odeon actually stood for Oscar Deutsch entertains our nation.
Wonderful.
Well, it is. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it certainly fits in quite nicely.
It does indeed.
Now, during the 1930s and early years of the Second World War, the Hinckley Amateur Operatic Society presented a number of shows on the stage of the Regent Theatre. The stage was quite large. It measured 60 feet by 30 feet, and there are a number of good dressing rooms at the rear.
Now 65 years on, Joyce Norris re-enters the present-day Regent's Theatre and reminisces of those years gone by.
Joyce, can you hear this music?
I certainly can.
And what does it come from?
No, none of it.
No. And you took the leading role in this,
Yes,
didn't
I
you?
did.
You
yes.
were Nanette.
I was Nanette.
This
yes.
must bring back some very happy
Yes.
memories
Yes,
for
it
you.
does. Yes.
You did quite a few other shows in this hall as well,
Yes.
didn't you?
Yes.
What else?
Good night, Vienna.
Oh,
And I can't think of the other.
never mind. It's a long
It's
time.
been a long time
It's been
ago.
a long time ago, isn't it?
Test my memory.
Yes. It's beautiful music.
It is.
Do you remember in the finale when you took your bow? Let's see how you did it.
I don't remember.
There we are.
And this cinema was the Danilo, and it opened on Monday the 26th of July 1937. And the opening film at the Danilo was This Will Make You Whistle, starring Jack Buchanan. During the war years, the 3 Hinckley cinemas were the mainstay of entertainment in the town. Many young men and women who were members of the various Hinckley amateur theatrical groups had now been called up into the forces. That is not to say that live performance did not take place in the town, because I remember many performances being put on by Monica Mason and her Sunbeams.
What a wonderful name to remember.
It
as
is,
well.
isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
And there must be many ladies in the town today who, when they were young girls, performed in this very, very
Monica.
popular group. That's right.
So that you were saying, Monica, that this particular one was when you were doing performances with your schools at the Danilo Theatre.
Yes, we performed the Red Shoes because the film was going to be shown.
Right.
And these were two of my older students and more advanced than the others. and we did the Ballet of the Red Shoes on the stage.
The one of your choirs
Yes,
at the Danilo.
I had a very lovely choir, and these were all in Scottish attire.
Various photographs of shows that were put on in the Albert Road Methodist.
Yes, these were the little fairies, the snow fairies, and we always tried to put them on early in the performance because they had to go home.
That's right.
These were the principals in the show, Brian and Susan, who was Aladdin. This was a visit to Hawaii with our magic lamp, and most of these were sisters, and sitting on the front is Terry, now Bevington, and her sister, who lives in America, I think.
Now, you also had 3 or 4 different bands,
Yes.
mostly accordion bands.
Oh, they were all accordion
All
bands.
accordion
Yes,
bands.
and we always entered the competitions musically, and we won the Great Britain Championship.
The Great Britain
And,
Championship.
Yes, we won the Great Britain Championship, and my daughter still plays the accordion and has a band of her own now.
Hinckley Odeon closed on the 3rd of June 1961, and the following year the building was totally demolished. And in its place today we have what was a brand new building, which of course is the Building Society office.
Ah, yes, yes.
The Regent Theatre, which had 2 changes of name, at one time it was called the Isolde and then the Gaumont, closed on the 30th of June 1968. The Danilo also had a number of name changes. At one time that was also called the Isolde, not at the same time as the Regent, and then it became the Classic, and finally when it closed or was closing it was called the MGM Classic, and that closed on the 6th of May 1993.
Quite a sad day, really.
Oh, it was. I did go, actually. It was then a 3 cinema building. They converted it into 3 cinemas. And the cinema I sat in on the last night was packed. And it makes you wonder why they closed it down. But perhaps it was all nostalgia why we'd gone to pack it.
A wonderful film there by Stuart Watson, and a great look back at just the entertainment in the town. There is another part to that which just features mainly on the Concordia, which we'll have to screen again in the coming weeks here on HDPP. Now then, how are you doing with 6 of the best? Are you doing all right with it? Are you doing? Mr. Smuggler's got the anagram, apparently. You see, I felt the smugness coming on. Let's go through those questions one more time very quickly before we go for a nosy tonight. What hotel was built in Hinckley in 1874? And people say, well, hotels? Well, there was quite a few hotels. You got the George Hotel, the Victoria Hotel, you got Celia's Hotel, you got lots of hotels. So, which one was it? There you are. Did I help you then? Question number 2, who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Not the Avon representative, by the way. Can you remember the adverts used to come on at Christmas time for the Avon representative? Yeah, just suddenly remember that. Yeah, ding dong, your doors broke, your doorbells broke. That one. Right, question 3. This is find the words to this film title. I'll go as far to say, well, Mrs. G's got it. It's a Christmas film. There you go. So, stop it, Paul. You're giving it away. Stop it. Question 4. Can you guess the actor here? Pat Galloway said he's got this one straight away. The actor that did Stuart Little, the concierge or Sergei, and Teen Wolf. Yeah. What did you know who it were? Well, we'll find the answer out very, very shortly after we've had a nosy tonight. True or false, every sentence must contain a verb. Is that true, or is it a load of old baloney? Once again, well, we'll find out when we go through the answers a little bit later on. And the anagram question, like I say, Mr. Smuggler's got this. Well done, John, actually, but we'll give you the answer, of course, a little bit later on. But it is a road in the area, and if Mr. Smuggler's got it, it must be right. That's all I shall say. But it's a well-known road in the area. It is, 'tis well known. 'Tis well known. If you're from Hinckley and the area particularly, you would know of this particular road to which we are trying to find this week. Right. Okay then. There is by the way. It'll come by next, starting tomorrow and all the way through the month. We are taking part in an exhibition at the Atkins Gallery. It's celebrating actually 50 years of Hinckley and Bosworth Borough Council, and we're there because we've supplied a lot of pictures to the exhibition, and I think it'll probably appear on the screen in just a minute. We've supplied a lot of the pictures, but we're featuring, let's say, the vintage, the old part of Hinckley. We felt that wanted doing, and it's going to be open from say tomorrow all the way through until the new year. Open every day. It'll be worth going in because the good thing about that, you can have a good look round, enjoy a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Here it is, Lincoln Bosworth 50. It's on your screen now. The Atkins Gallery. Yeah, it's until the 6th of January. Something like that. Yeah. So why not go along? Say HDPP sent me. Do that. They probably won't let you in there. Okay, it's time for a nosy now here on HDPP. Every week we go for a nosy with our Steve. We don't know where he is. He goes up chimneys, he goes through caverns, he goes down holes. He does everything, does our Steve. And this week being no exception, so settle back and enjoy a nosy with the man himself, Mr. Nosy.
Hello, hey up and hey diddly, my name is Steve and once again it's a great big warm welcome from myself to Let's Explore. Alrighty then, I hope you are extremely well wherever you reside on this rock we call home, the Earth. Anyway, in today's video, as you can see by looking at the Earth, courtesy of Google Earth, you can indeed see a red mark pretty much in the centre of England. And it does indeed say Long Marston. Now then, Long Marston is a village in Shakespeare's county of Warwickshire. And we've got a really good reason for being in Long Marston today. Now, as you can see, a little to the right of Long Marston, in the centre of the screen there, you've got an old airfield. And that is because this was the site of RAF Long Marston many moons ago. And in the 1970s, this was sporadically used, according to Wikipedia, as a drag racing strip. Then, from around about 1980, they turned it into pretty much a full-on drag racing strip. Now then, if we zoom in on said drag racing strip, look at that. That is the start of the drag racing strip. And quite incredibly, look at that. You've got stands there. Amazing, isn't it? We've never seen anything like it, to be honest with you. Well, I hadn't, in terms of abandonment anyway. Now, this place actually stopped being a drag strip, can't get my words out, from 2018 because a building contractor, a developer called Kayla, I think it is, or Carla, I think it's Kayla, they actually wanted to build on the site and they've already started. Now, when the Google Earth plane last flew over, it only captured what's there currently. In fact, that is actually a CGI image of housing. That's not real, as you can see. Why that's like that, I don't know. But there are houses there now, as we found when we parked on the estate. They're all occupied. But this company has pretty much brought the whole site, and there's going to be a bit of a new super village there. Yes, and indeed, if you can hear a dog panting in the background, it is our pug Nev. So if he starts barking out of frustration because he's really hot, you know what the dealio is. It's about 28 degrees out there today. Anyway, so I digress. I've completely forgot what I was saying. But yeah, we are indeed going to... Shut up! we are indeed going to have a gawp and a gander at what remains at this old drag racing strip. A bit of a random nosy today. It's not the sort of fare that you're used to. I know you're usually used to looking at canals, railways and water mills and really old industrial stuff. But we thought we'd change it up today because Dave watched the video and he said, Steve, I'm desperate to get down here and look at this old drag racing strip. It looks really interesting. So without any further ado, let's go and stick us beaks in and go for a nosy. Come on. Right, so we're in. Very, very easy. One of the easier ones we've done, actually. Probably shouldn't speak too soon, should I, to be honest with you? But, this place was a huge draw for many enthusiasts with drag racing and all kinds of events that went off here, musical events. As I've already said, the Bulldog Bash. In fact, our very own Mr. Steve Follows came here, didn't you?
I have, yeah. Brought me Escort XR3i here.
Yeah.
2005-ish, something like that.
2005.
Yeah.
So I think it was 2008 this closed.
Yeah, so just before.
Yeah. I think it was the year before, or maybe 2006. I think I said to you earlier, there was a Bulldog Bash event here. And there was 50,000 people. And now, it starts getting a bit more interesting now, look. I assume that was like a bit of a sound screen, Steve.
Yeah, this is the start of the strip.
Yeah, this big wall here.
This is the access road up to it when you queue here to go in for your turn.
Oh, so everyone queued here then? Yeah. Because what we're walking on, all this tarmac, concrete, whatever, it was all part of the RAF facility that was here before. So the actual racetrack then, Steve, what we're going to see shortly, that's actually part of an old runway, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It was all converted. Yeah, fantastic.
All this is like your taxiing for the aeroplanes. All this is the taxiway. It just seems weird, eerie and quiet.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, mate. Now look at this now. So that is the start of the drag strip, pretty much where Dave and Rob are. And I think, what were they? They were a quarter of a mile long, weren't they? Quarter mile. Same as Santa Pod, isn't it?
Yes.
They're all quarter of a mile. I'm not really up on me motor racing, folks, if I'm honest.
Well, Santa Pod were the first, which is why it's called Santa Pod. Because the pod's called Pod for Poddington Village, and the Santa is where the first drag strip was ever made in America.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Santa Pod.
Les Explores, resident car expert. What, someone's here? They are, Dave. They've even left the pressure washer here, look. I know, look at that. Amazing. Still got the spectator stands here.
That's what I meant. I call them bleachers, because that's what they are in America.
Absolutely crazy. It's so strange here. It's almost like, it's like that TV programme, The Last of Us, this place. Because, as per usual, I can kind of envisage the ghosts of the past as I'm sat here on this spectator stand. And it's a really big stand, this is. It goes all the way down there, and there's a separate one down the bottom. You'd have fit a good 1,000 people or more here, easily. Maybe a couple of thousand, but it's a complete shadow of its former self. And again, just look how quickly nature takes over when these sites are left. 2008, the last race was taking place here. So a photographer's just passed me and gone walking out that way now, but he's just been talking to Dave, and Dave just said to him, is there much up there, the other side of the other end of the runway? He says, nah, not really. So I've just been chased off by a farmer though. Well, I don't think he was really chased off. I think the farmer just said to him that security are really shit hot here, but when you get into the site where we did, literally over a little ranch fence, there's no warning signs, keep out signs. I didn't see anything anyway, so, well, they're little butchers anyway. Come all this way now, haven't we? So, be interesting if anyone turns up, I suppose, won't it? But, but as you can see, I mean, this stand, it goes on. I mean, what's that? 60, 75 metres, 75, 80 metres. It's really long, so you've got no end of spectators in. Then you've got another little in here. Another one there. It's just like a film set or something. It's bizarre. We'll go walk up there in a minute. There's an interesting building. We may bump into security while we're here, but if we do, we do. Whatever. Let's have a look round here. Do you know what? You can still see, hear and smell an event day here. I know it's all derelict, but you can just imagine it. You know, a family day out for people. The smell of hot dogs in the air, you know, them onions, oh, I love it. Melted cheese, you know, cheeseburgers, amazing. The smell of rubber, you know, tyres on tarmac, fantastic stuff. You can still envisage it, can't you, in your mind's eye. And now look, somewhere else for a dormitory village to pop up, because that's all they are really, aren't they? But yeah, we're losing everything, folks. So just here then, we've got the old medical centre, which you would have needed if you'd have got all those thousands of punters coming here, for certain. Again, seating. Oh, a pigeon that's now flown off. In fact, we've even got hospital beds, look. Look at that. Just got to watch where I'm walking, actually. I don't want to fall through the floor or something, you know. Very sad, isn't it, really? Very sad. Do you know what I will say to you? Do you know if we was in a really old building, a Victorian building, a Victorian hospital, and we came across a bed like that, I'd be in awe now, wouldn't I? I'd be saying, who lay on there? Who had what injuries on there? Who was sick on there? Wouldn't I? But because it's more modern, you know, from the noughties, this era, you know, the last 20 years perhaps, it's not so mind-provoking, is it? You know, it's it still is interesting in its own way. They are, look, Black Country Medics. Excellent, as Mr. Britash used to say. Yeah, it's all very sad. Someone even left the slippers here. I mean, why is a slipper in here? The random things you come across in this world, eh? Mad, ain't it? Even got the Hoover here, look. We could do with a new Hoover at home, actually. What's this book here? Oh, it's all crusty and yeah, not touching that. Yeah. Let's go back out there. Alrighty then, so just behind us here, we've got the medical centre that we've just been into. And what's that there? Looks like a bit of a tannoy system on top of some street lighting. And just here, you've got a bit more of a substantial building. Could be a bit of a clubhouse where you could come and get a beer or something. Alrighty then, hold it right there, me lad, because whilst actually editing this video, I thought to myself, let me look up to see if there was any photographs whatsoever of this building that was indeed a bar. And lo and behold, there was actually a Facebook page dedicated to it. Now, this bar slash pub on this drag strip at Long Marston was known as Kenny's Bar. And the photographs that you're going to see whilst I'm walking around this now derelict, smashed up place, as you can expect, I actually pulled them from said Facebook site. So the Facebook site is still there, Kenny's Bar. If you happen to be on Facebook at some point, look it up. They had fancy dress parties, band nights and all sorts of stuff going on. Anyway, let's carry on with the exploration. Because that would have taken place here, plenty of drinking I imagine. Yeah, for me this is a bit of a clubhouse. Yeah, we've got the bar in here, 100%. Typical very badly drawn male genitalia, as per usual. I don't know what these people are looking at when they're drawing them. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is quite clearly the clubhouse, if you like, bar over there. I mean, listen, I think it's quite obvious to work out what's happened here. I did hear this actually, but now I'm here, it makes total sense if I'd never heard it. Because what's happened is you've got a mega housing estate development being built here. And basically what's happened, I think this place used to be quite profitable when they used to have events on. But as per usual, that talks. And you know the dealio when it comes to building land, developing land, it's worth serious coin, mega millions. And basically, they're building a village. That's what's going on here. So anyway, let's show you around a little bit anyway. As you can see, it's dereliction. But what is very interesting, I just noticed this when I walked in. This boot looks like a motorcyclist boot, doesn't it? I'm not really up on motorcycling and racing and all that, if I'm honest with you. It's not my strong point, to be honest with you, but very interesting. I think someone's actually found this and they've put it on there for a photo opportunity. I reckon that's what they've done. Yeah, still got the gas here. Look, gas bottle. Yeah, beer kegs. In fact, I don't think I've brought my torch. Well, we don't really need it anyway, do we? But yeah, this is where the beer will be kept. One imagines, you'd have thought so. It's a very sad scene, isn't it? It's very sobering. Well, we're saying that in a bar, aren't we? But very, very sobering. It has to be said how somewhere can bring so much joy to people, and now it just lies in this mess. I don't know, I don't like it, to be honest with you. I know we enjoy walking round and sticking his beaks in, but I just don't like to see good places going to waste. And I mean, you know, another boot there. You could argue that, well, it's not going to waste, you know, we're building on it. But yeah, we are, but we're building yet more housing, aren't we? You know, that's why we make these videos, to document everything, really. It's another part of the reasoning. I mean, just look at it. It's just a complete shadow. I mean, I keep finding. I mean, what's all this about here? Actually, we've got old camo clothing and got more footwear here. Yeah, a bit strange. It's almost like someone's brought some charity bags and just chucked them about. You know, weird. Now I'm assuming these are the bogs here. I mean, we're not going to pay too much attention to them. Yeah, they're the bathrooms. We don't need to go in there. We don't need to go in there. At this point, there are smashed up shithouse enthusiasts that are going mad now because they wanted me to go in there, but it don't really do out for me. I do apologise. Anyway, what else we got? Out and out. I mean, this is amazing, really. Honestly, it really has got that end of the world feel to it, this has. I mean, we're actually walking on the drag strip. I never thought I'd say that in my life, to be honest with you, but starting grid's down there. But this clearly, obviously then, it's an old RAF base, is part of an old runway and then, of course, repurposed. But as you can see, Dave pointed these out when we walked in. See either side of the track, one there and one there, look. I think they're to tell you what speed you were doing when you were racing. I think so anyway. Like I said to you earlier, I'm not really up on this stuff, if I'm honest, but we'll have a little look. Right, so yeah, that is what they are. Well, there's some sort of... Yeah, they like to tell you the speed, don't they?
It tells you the speed, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what time they've done it.
Great feature though, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, both sides.
Really good. Do you know what? Don't you find it really eerie here? Very eerie. I just said on camera, it's a bit like end of the world stuff, isn't it?
It is. Very much so.
Right, well, unfortunately, that concludes this little video today. Not a huge video for you, but we thought while I was in this area, we'd come and air butchers and a nosy and a pajow.
Yeah.
A pajow. Word on the street, new word on the street.
Gandhi's flip-flop at the minute because it's that hot.
Oh yeah, it's ever so warm. It's only about 9:30 in the morning, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, very interesting this. When I seen them stands, you know, on a little video that I seen, I thought, yeah, we've got to go there and have a look. It's a bit unique, really, to come and look at an abandoned place like this. But you know what I did show you. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Anyway, it's a big goodbye from me. It's a big goodbye from Rob. Right. A big goodbye from Steve. And it's a big goodbye from Delighted Dave.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you again at the next video. Bye.
can see the heat haze, look.
You can see the heat haze, David. Can you see the heat haze, Robert?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. My mouth's so dry, it's like I'm in licking your arms.
Bye.
Yes, there we go. The boys out exploring as usual. I like that bit that Steve said. Isn't it eerie ear? Eerie ear. Love that. Well done, Steve. Another nosy there. There'll be another one next week here on HDPP Live. Hope you enjoyed that one because we've got a load of backlog of Steve's work to get through. So, once again, we never know where he's going to end up next. So there we go. Now then, a reminder about the exhibition which we're taking part. It's on the screen now, look. That's going on all the way through to the new year. Make sure you go along to that. And, of course, other things going on include our Christmas party coming up soon. I'm going to keep plugging it because I don't want to be there dancing on my own because I look very silly. So come on to that. And it's the last day of St Mary's Christmas Tree Festival tomorrow. You may have seen the pictures on the group. And I've got to give a shout out to Jill Hickey, who's once again excelled herself, made some wonderful decorations. We're featuring pubs past and present of Hinckley. And she's made a great job of them. And they're all hanging on the Christmas tree. Your last chance to see the tree is tomorrow. And then we've got to go in on Tuesday morning and take it all down. I don't like doing that bit, but honest, but there you go. Still, it's now time for the answers to 6 of the best. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, I think we ought to have a bit of a clap there, actually. It's time for 6 of the best. Yes. Always remember, but please don't give me the answer to question 5 when I'm only on question 1. There's somebody who does it every week. I think you do it to wind me up, so please don't. So we're going to go through them, and I'll ask you to give me the answers as we go through. So with no further ado, let's start. You can feel the smugness coming on already from the smugglers, can't you? You can feel it coming on. Here we go then. 6 of the best. And here's question number 1. Kath Denny said, are you going to dance with us girls, Paul? I might have a little jig. Probably won't be back will be no good later, but still. Anyway, question number 1. What hotel was built in Hinckley in 1874? I've got a feeling Mr. Smuggley will go for that one somehow, but I just want to see if anybody wants to have a go at what hotel was built in Hinckley in 1874. So actually, I've got to get my out now because no one up. Dennis Perkins gets the correct answer. That's the one I'm looking for. We've gone for John Denny went for the Vinery, as did Jan Kirby. It wasn't the one we were looking for. I'm not saying it wasn't built in 1874. I'm saying that the one I'm looking for is indeed the Railway Hotel. Yeah, because it came sort of 10 years or so just after the railway arrived in Hinckley. So the correct answer is the Railway Hotel. You see, because it's a pub, you see, now more than anything else, you forget it was a hotel. It was originally built as a hotel. And I thought that might catch a few of you out. Obviously, right. Yes, John said, oh, forgot about the railway. Well, that's what I was thinking when I made the question up, to be totally honest, John. I thought people will think more in town, they won't think there. So, anyway. So, there we go. The question 1, the correct answer is the Railway Hotel. Give yourself a point and a little pat on the back, especially you, Dangerous Den. Well done. Right, question number 2. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? And like I said earlier on, It's not the Avon lady that used to come visiting. Ding dong, Avon calling. Remember those? Right, let's see who's got this one. I'm sure a few will. Russick comes in first with yes, here they all come. Yes, the correct answer is Marie Curie. And indeed, yes, you're getting that one right. Correct. So give yourselves a point if you've got Marie Curie. Quite right. Give yourself a point. Wow. So Dangerous Den is on 2 out of 2 so far. Let's see if you can keep it up when we get to this one. To find the words, the title of this Christmas film. Mrs. G's got it, and I think a lot of you will have got it now, because as soon as I said Christmas, I think most of you say, oh, right, okay. Let's see who's going to come in first with the correct answer. We will see in just a moment. I'm just waiting for the small delay. John Denny, yeah, now you see he's feeling smug again. He's back on track. Home Alone 2. Yes, here we go. It's Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Yes, it's all coming through now. All coming through now. Yes, your correct answer's coming in there, so well done for that. I'm sure it's been on the telly already. In fact, Home Alone one is on most weeks, so I always seem to find anyway. But there you go. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. We'll give you that one. Enjoy, yes. Now, question number 4, which I know some people have already got. Jan said, oh, I forgot that one. Guess the actor. For Stuart Little, The Concierge, and Teen Wolf. Who was the actor? A very well-known actor, more in one of his other films, which I didn't feature, because if I put that one in, you'll all get it's too easy. So, what's the actor we were looking for who did this? Right, Michael J. Fox is the correct answer. Well done, Jan. Dennis Perkins. Oh, no, Dennis. It wasn't John Wayne. No, it's Michael J. Fox. John Denny, no idea. I don't do actors. Well done, David S. as well. Michael Fox or Michael J. Fox is the answer we were looking for. Okay. I don't do actors. I love that. Right then, true or false, every sentence must contain a verb. Is that true or a load of old baloney? That's what I want to know now. Let's see who comes first with the answer to our next one. Any second now, they will appear. John Denny says true. Is he right? Jennifer Richardson, true. Any others before we reveal it? Russet says false. Oh, David S. true. And the answer, I'm just waiting. The answer is absolutely true. It's true. Every sentence must contain a verb. So a complete sentence typically requires at least one verb. That's what it says here. So there you go. Okay then, let's get to the aniogram tonight. Aerial French's Sentinels. Rearrange that, you get a road in the area. Now, Mr. Smugly says he's got this, so I think he must have, because he was quite confident about this. We're looking for a road in the area, but like I said, it's not in Hinckley. It's in the sticks a bit, but everybody knows of it. It's that sort of thing, you know? Okay. In comes Mr. Smugly. Yes, with the correct answer. David S. says, no idea of usual. Yes, but David, you're taking part. You're taking part in it. So, I'm just waiting to see if anybody else comes in with the correct answer along with John Denny. No, well, John Denny, yeah, I mean, let's give him a clap here, because I think he's probably the only one that's probably got it right. We were looking for Fen Lanes, Leicestershire. Fen Lanes, yeah, the Fen Lanes. You can go and have a look on the maps and you'll see it. It's well known. Obviously, the Fen Lanes were used also by Richard III. You know, he was directed that way, which is battle this way. And he said, right, we turn left here, lads. You can just see it. Russet said, I got Fen Lanes, but not Leicestershire. Right, okay, well, that was a good go, though. Absolutely. So, and Jennifer says Leicestershire Fen Lane. Yeah, see, there we go. All good stuff. All good stuff. Okay, time to total up your scores, and let's see who has got the highest score tonight. I don't think we've got a 6er out of 6er tonight. I think it's more of a 4 or 5 out of 6. So can we have your scores, please? That would be most helpful at this point. And we can see who gets a round of applause for their efforts. Right, Alan Crock, 2 for us. Dave B said, I guessed Fen Lanes, but I didn't finish it. Oh. Russet says, I'm back to 1 again. John Denny has got 4. Well done, John. You've done all right there. Dennis has got 3 tonight, and so has Daniel Coburn, and so has Jan Kirby. Look, 3. Obviously, the 3 club is very busy tonight, except Queen Bee comes in with a 4. Well done. Well done. So John Denny and Queen Bee tying for top place at the moment. I'll give it just another moment or two. Dave B said 0 or half. Well, you would. Only 3 for Jeff Wallace today. Oh, he needed Anna, but she's off on a cruise, you see. And poor Hannah said, I don't know why I bothered tonight. Well, I'll be like John Denny. I don't do actors. Jennifer Richards got 4. Well done. So we've got some ties for 4. So listen, it's worth a round of applause there, isn't it? Absolutely. Well done to all of you for taking part in 6 of the best tonight. It's been a busy little night, but we're wrapping it up quite nicely now. Like I said, a reminder, if you get time over the coming weeks to go and see the exhibition at the Atkins building, it's well worth going in to have a look. I'm going in to see the finished products. I've seen a lot of stuff that's going in there. They've even got a Triumph motorbike in there, guys. If you want to go see a Triumph motorbike, one in there in the exhibition. It's great stuff. We've started something now. Anne Hunt, I definitely don't do actors. There we go. No, John did. I don't do actors. Well done. As I say, and of course, as I say, last day of the Christmas Tree Festival in St Mary's Church as well. We've been quite busy of late. So once again, I hope you've all enjoyed it. Alan Kropp said, we've enjoyed the evening. Thank you. And here comes and Daniel Coburn saying thank you as well. Kath Denny, thank you. It's been lovely to be with you, actually. And as I say, we'll be back next week when I'll probably take my bookshelf down and put a Christmas tree there for you if I'm lucky. I'll see how I feel as the week goes on. I like Christmas. I love Christmas, but I don't like it too early because I get fed up with it then. So I like to try and keep it. I'm keeping it in December. So we'll see if next week if I get round to that. Anyway, and on that, oh look, now we've got a real debate going on in the chat room. Russet said, I don't do films, especially from the 80s onwards. No, true, but we'll have some more mature films for you, Russet, in the coming weeks, I'm sure, when we do the actors and that stuff. Because if John doesn't do actors, he won't be able to get 6 of the best, you see. So, hey, John, swat up on your actors and stuff. And Kevin Bees, they're all off now. They're all leaving us. Thank you once again. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate your company and your support that you give to HDPP. Remember, get your prize draw ticket. You've got until just before Christmas before we close that, and then do the draw in Twixmas. We'll be doing that and stuff. So there we go. Until next week, remember to keep it HDPP, keep it live, and I'll see you back here same time next week. Till then, take care. Ta-da. Oh, hello. Well, fancy finding you here leaning up the bookcase. Well, I suppose you've come by for a couple of cracking dad jokes, and I've got just a few for you tonight, which I shall quickly rattle through because I think you've surely all got better things to do than look at this silly old face. So here we go, some dad jokes tonight. How do people lose their kids in a mall? Seriously, any tips are welcome. I went to a costume party dressed as an alarm clock, but I left early in a bad mood. The people there just kept winding me up all night. When I was a kid, I used to pray every night for a new bike. Then I realised God doesn't work that way, so I stole one and asked him to forgive me instead. What? Okay, what's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo? One is really heavy, the other is a little lighter. And finally, apparently you can't use beef stew as a password. It's not strong enough. Till then, take care. Ta-da.